In this video, you will learn how to increase your net worth without making risky investments. If you are new to my channel, my name is Unwana Udoh. Every week I help you master your personal finance and grow your wealth. Nowadays, it seems like people are defined solely by their net worth. People with the most influence are some of the richest men in the world, with their net worth going as high as a crazy $203 billion. But if an average middle-class adult wants to increase their net worth, how can they do that? Online gurus will tell you 1,000 ways to increase your net worth, but unfortunately, most of them are extremely risky. But, is there any way you can increase your net worth without making risky investments? Of course, there is. And it is much simpler than people make it seem. Hey guys! Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to dive into several ways you can increase your net worth without making risky investments. Are you ready? Let's start. Before we actually go into the practical steps, it is very important to understand some core concepts. What actually is net worth and how can you calculate it? It's actually very simple. It's the result of your assets subtracted by your liabilities. If we look at it in more detail then, assets can be anything from your house, your investment accounts, your retirement fund, and anything that brings you value. Whereas on the other hand, liabilities can be mortgage, credit card debt, or anything that you owe to anyone. Net worth can be a positive number or a negative number, according to the value of your assets and liabilities. Some people are very surprised to find out that their net worth is a negative number. This can happen if you have high interest debt or if you don't have any savings at all. So the basic concept behind this, if you want to increase your net worth, you need to increase your assets and decrease your liabilities. Are there any ways you can do that without making any risky investments? Well, yes. And today we're going to show you. First and foremost, you have to eliminate extravagant expenses. Now that's just good financial advice regardless of what your goals are. If you're really serious about increasing your net worth, then you should try your best to cut down on those extravagant expenses. And one thing you need to keep in mind while doing this is that every little thing counts. Oftentimes we delude ourselves into believing that maybe that $7 coffee doesn't really contribute to anything, but always remember that these things add up. And when they add up, well, they can become a burden and a liability for you. These everyday expenses are contributing to your negative net worth, so it's time to take a proactive step and put that money to better use. You can save that up and start reducing other hanging liabilities, such as your mortgage. Since a mortgage is something you owe, then it becomes a liability, and if you want to increase your net worth, then it's high time that you give it some more attention. You need to start brainstorming how you can pay it off as soon as possible. Making bi-weekly payments is a good way for you to reduce your ever-hanging debt. This will automatically help you increase your net worth. Your house is already a valuable asset for you, so once that mortgage is gone, you're on the road to success. Another thing you can do to lower your liabilities is to reduce high-interest debts. Reduce high-interest debts. Credit cards have made life very easy. You can pay off anything with just one swipe. Unfortunately, some people are very careless with these credit cards and they start collecting high-interest debts on these cards. And obviously, this turns into a liability and topples your net worth. It's time to practice some extra frugality and put any extra money that you have into paying these high-interest debts. Be more careful with your credit card, and use it only when it's extremely necessary. This will help you in increasing your net worth. Now that we've covered how you can reduce your liabilities, let's talk about how you can increase your assets. What are some practical tips and tricks that you can employ in your life? Well, firstly, keep a large emergency fund. Emergency funds are an extremely important element in your financial plan, especially if you want to increase your net worth. This emergency fund is immensely helpful during financial distress, and that is why it should be large enough to cover 3 to 6 difficult months of your life. This can be done in the form of cash or any other highly liquid assets. Just make sure that they are accessible when you need them. An emergency fund will also reduce your dependence on credit cards and unsecured loans. That way, you don't have to increase your liabilities in tough times, and you can keep working on increasing your net worth. Other than an emergency fund, you should also start keeping high-yield savings accounts. Traditional saving accounts are a no-no if you want to increase your net worth. This is why I recommend you to go for a high-yield saving account. What is that? Well, this amazing saving account offers a higher interest rate, so you can grow your money without making any effort. Literally, just imagine a pile of cash just growing. That's yours if you invest in a high-yield saving account. On top of that, they have little to no fees, so it's very easy to open. Now say, you do open high-yield saving account, what will this do to your net worth? Well, it'll increase your assets and spike up your net worth. Another thing you can do is start investing in the financial market. Low-risk investments in the financial market. These come in the form of savings bonds, certificates of deposits, money market funds, and dividend-paying stocks. These offer some ways you can increase your net worth without taking a lot of risks. However, keep in mind that they are not entirely risk-free. So make sure you do some research before investing in any of these things. At the end of the day, you have to understand that increasing your net worth isn't just one small step. It involves assessing and analyzing your financial plan and altering things whenever it is possible. It is not an impossible thing, however, it does require some effort on your part. But don't get hopeless. You have the power to achieve any goal that you want to. With that said, that's all for today. Which advice did you find most helpful? Are you going to incorporate it into your life? Tell me everything in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more helpful advice that will make your life more productive. Until next time, don't forget to watch the next videos on the screen, they contain information you will love.